parent company, Nexstar Media, has a nationwide initiative to recognize the remarkable women in all our lives. So stations across the country ask their viewers to nominate a woman in their life who fit the bill. And nominations came rolling in, including Coin6 News viewers. Now, we're down to a few finalists, and we cannot wait to share them with you right here on Everyday Northwest. This first finalist lost her teenage son during the pandemic, but she's keeping his memory alive by finding new ways to tackle cyberbullying. And she's hoping to save a few lives in the process.
So 2 years ago, I really thought my greatest personal challenge was going to be overcoming a reoccurrence of breast cancer. But that changed on June 23rd, 2020, when Carson quietly ended his life while we slept.
Already a strong woman, Kristin Bride became even stronger after losing her second son to suicide.
I miss him.
A boy with a big smile. That was 16-year-old Carson.
He's always thinking of others. He was sensitive. He gave the best hug that a mother could ever experience. He would literally just lift me up off the ground.
Kristin felt close to Carson, but later learned there was something he wasn't comfortable sharing with her.
In the weeks that followed, we learned that he had been viciously cyberbullied by his high school classmates who were using Snapchat's anonymous apps, YOLO and LMK, to hide their identities. And it was really at that point that I had a decision to make, whether I just accept this and cry in bed all day or develop a plan to fight back.
Kristin's mission and her goal is to make the world a safer place for kids.
Sabrina Claremont admires her friend Kristin and nominated her for the Remarkable Woman recognition.
You could easily say, well, I hope things get better, but she's not. She doesn't want any family, any child to have to go through what she experienced.
Their sons met several years ago at school, and the moms connected too.
Zach looked at Carson as his little brother. We have a video of Carson and Zach in PE, and they had to choreograph a dance together. So yeah, they were great friends, and yeah, it's just really touched our family in so many ways.
Do you remember how long between Carson's passing to when she first was putting herself out there to be a voice to advocate for saving lives?
She didn't waste any time at all.
Carson's last request of us was that we donate to Lines for Life so that no other teen would follow in his path.
Since then, she's helped raise more than $40,000 for the local organization that's available anytime for people of all ages. It aims to prevent suicides and substance abuse while promoting mental wellness.
And I never want another parent to feel as alone as I did when this happened.
Then, nearly a year since Carson passed away, Kristin testified for Oregon House Bill 2631.
Without the requirement to notify parents of bullying incidents, both bullying victims and perpetrators will not get the help that they desperately need.
This bill requires Oregon school districts to report incidents of bullying to the parents of both the victim and the aggressor. This bill finally passed after 3 years, and they have nicknamed it Carson's Law, which means so much to our family.
Even on the national level, she's fighting for life-saving changes.
I worked with the Tyler Clementi Foundation to file a national class action lawsuit against Snapchat, YOLO, and LMK. And as a result, Snapchat immediately suspended the 2 anonymous apps that were used to cyberbully Carson.
Then this past fall,
on October 26th, Senator Blumenthal of Connecticut actually told Carson's story at the congressional hearing of Snapchat.
I want to raise what happened to Carson Bride. Carson was relentlessly bullied through anonymous apps.
And I am actually really hopeful with the momentum that's building in Congress that there will be legislation passed to keep our kids safe online.
A few simple words sum up why Kristin does so much.
In the end, kindness matters. And that is really what matters. Kindness for one another.
I continue to reiterate to them what my shirt says here, kindness matters.
Kristin's relentless work for Carson is very public, yet she has some personal, special spaces at home, too.
And I felt like it just really represented how my heart feels after this happened. It's still a heart, it's still beating, but there is a big gash through it with emptiness. And all the things that I had wanted for my son that won't happen.
Carson's love and influence, part of the strength in this remarkable woman.
So Carson asked that some of his ashes be buried under an apple tree so that the apples would be his gift to us. We did our back area to feature this apple tree, and I actually found one that is named Sweet 16. Which is how old he was when he passed. Giving back, you know, and I'm trying to do that in the work that I'm doing to honor him.
Kristin is truly a remarkable woman. Now, Coin 6 and Portland CW want to recognize the great contributions women have made to our nation and local communities. One woman will be named our area's Woman of the Year and win a $1,000 donation to her charity of choice, and I can't wait to see what it is.